everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Quickstrike from Beast Wars. You can see him there in front of the box. We'll go ahead and put him offside real quick and take a look inside the box. And yes, you can see it is a Age of the Primes box. You got the gold band of Age of the Primes Transformers right there, and his name's right there, Quickstrike, with a little Predacon symbol and Hasbro. Hey, 21 steps to go, between modes. And hey, there's a picture of him in both his robot and Fusor mode. You got Quickstrike and Takara Tomy up here. On this side, you have Quickstrike again with Transformers and Age of the Primes right there. Here's, of course, the a handful of the Primes right here on the side here. You got Age of the Primes Deluxe Class, and down here you have manufacturing details of what's included in the box. And of course, on the back, you have copyrights and warnings and some product shots of him in his two modes. So there's that. Of course, it comes with instructions, which, he's pretty clever, but actually not that difficult considering the original toy. So, yeah, Quickstrike. Yeah. One of the Fusors showed up in Season 2 along with Silverbolt and whatnot. Yes, turned out to be very much a bad guy and also very Texan. Very much a cowboy. Yeah, getting in close here, you can see. Yeah, he's got his weird, mouth thing. I'm not sure if you'd call it a mouth, but he's got that. Of course, lots of... he's got this very metallic green right here with the yellow, and you got the yellow and green going all the way down because of browns as well, and the orange right there, the snake head hand and all that, the claw feet. Yeah, very nicely shiny colors right there, all that stuff. I got this kind of twisted around because I think it works a little bit better. Yeah, he just generally looks like Quickstrike, except just bigger. He's actually surprisingly bigger. How much bigger? He's actually bigger than the old some of the old toys. Fortunately, yeah, they don't have the original Quickstrike, but yeah, he just is generally just a generally good looking figure, and I like him. I'm finally glad to have a Quickstrike all these years. I didn't have the original Quickstrike toy. A friend of mine did, and I was able to mess with it because of that. But yeah, because he had the thing was he had the translucent bits and everything, as well as the shiny bits, and yeah, it's kind of cool looking. But he's also basic, so he's small, and yeah. Now they have a deluxe, and he's bigger and he's cool, and yeah, he's just really cool. This one does not come with any accessories. This is all you get. You do not come with any accessories because it makes sense because he doesn't really have a gun. Because he never had, well, he kind of never had one. So yeah, this is what you see is what you get. So articulation though, you got head, the ball joints, you got left and right, you got up and down, you got a little bit, well, not really a lot of, really bit, well, really enough, weird enough. Yeah, you got some posability there. Of course, the shoulders, you got forward and back right there. The shoulder bits right here can get a little out of the way, but yeah, you got that. You got outward, you got quite a bit of outward right there. On this arm, of course, you have this swivel right here. They got that swivel right there. You got a swivel right here below the elbow as well. You got this elbow, which goes forward and back. And you got these things can open and close, which there's a port there. Which, by the way, yes, it's a 5mm port, so you can do that, I guess. So you got that, and on this side, well, you got the same pretty much articulation of the shoulder, but also you got all these ball jointed segments. So you got all this curl, plus you got twisting and everything. So you got a lot going on there. Plus you got this ball jointed segment right here. And right here, the mouth of the Cobra head can open right there. And inside, you can see there is actually a little blast effect peg, which can independently hinge. Which means, yeah, you can, attach it if you can. You get the problem, just get it exactly right. And you don't have very many options here. But yeah, like that. Shoot that. So yeah. Right there. So that's pretty cool. The only thing is you have to be able to kind of make that bend forward. You have to basically twist this around in such a way that you can see all the hollow bits. Which no doubt there's going to be very much one of those upgrade companies going to have a field day filling in all those bits right there. Yeah. Down here at the waist, of course, you have a waist swivel. Kind of get this out of the way. Yeah, you get this way up all the way like that, and then you have a pretty much freely spinning waist swivel, which is nice. Hips right here can go forward that far and back that far and outward that far as you do the full splits. You do have a very snug thigh swivel. Knees can bend about 90 degrees. And of course down here at the feet you do have ankle tilts, and the heel can also come down, and you can actually adjust the heel and toe depending on which one's down and which one's up and whatnot, so you can get some posing using that. So yeah, Quickstrike here looks great. I like him a lot. He's a good stocky figure. And he looks good. He looks like Quickstrike's supposed to. Also, by the way, in this mode, his measurements, his height is to the top of his head is about 5 1/4 inches or 13.3 centimeters, and his weight is 2.9 ounces or 82 grams. So there's that. Now, as for some comparisons, And again, unfortunately, I don't have an original Quickstrike, so I can't do the comparison as much as I'd love to. Here's the recent Silverbolt. Give you an idea there, which I think that's about right considering the original toys and everything. And here's Transmetal 2, the recent Transmetal 2 Megatron, who's out of frame bit. There we go. There, that seems about right-ish, probably. So there you go. So yeah, that's the robot mode. Looks great. I like it a lot. And so yeah, we're going to get him into all his Scorpion, Snake, Chimera mode thing. So first things first, right here, these shoulder bits, you want to bring these up like this. Just kind of get them up like that. Then you go ahead right here. You want to take this this panel on the chest, and you're supposed to be able to get that open, and for some reason it's not. I can't. There we go. Get that chest panel open right there, and then flip the head down this far, and then bring the rest of the chest, unpeg it, and bring it up like this. Make sure that clears these bits, like so, and then right here, then you can close this up right here and bring this up the rest of the way. Well, bring it up like this far. Then what you want to do here is take this arm, you want to bring it forward right here, and then rotate this bit right here. You can see there's this little like U shape right here around the rivet. And there's a little well, circle right there. You just bring that up like this, and that lets you bring this up the rest of the way like this. And this tab right here will go into that slot right there, like so. And you go ahead right here, and there's still slots on the sides of the shoulder bits that go in these tabs right there, like that. And like that. And right here, what you want to do is rotate this arm. You want to rotate this inward, and you can see, actually before you do that, you want to bring this in like such. So you can see this right here, this weird curve tab, that's going to go into this mushroom peg thing. So you want to bring the arm up forward like this, and then bring it inward, and then bring it down, while also bringing up on this hinge, so that can go in there like that, like so. And then right here, what you want to do is then bring up the legs. You see these tabs are going to go into that slot. You can see this slot right there. You're going to bring them up as well. Might have to do that before you bring it all the way down. Then you can bring this all in this tab and slot everything right there like that. And that takes care of the legs and everything. Up here, go ahead right here. You want to twist the legs right here. You want this so it's sitting like that. Again, sitting like this, like that. Close up the claws like this, and then kind of bring them out a bit like this. Not quite 90-degree angle, but about like that. Bring up the tail right here like this, and bring it up and curve it forward. And you can also rotate the snake head so it's sitting like that, more or less. And right here, take the scorpion head, and I rotate it backwards, so you want to bring it around so like this, sits like this, and then come down here, and there's a little peg right here, which will go in this little hole right there. Locking that in place, and with that, there you go. You have Quickstrike in his beast mode. Yep, it is a scorpion with a snake for a tail. It's again, it's cool. It's one of it's a Fusor. It's the second Fusor I've gotten in the modern times. I'm you know, hoping maybe we would Torka or something. That'd be crazy. Torka, or oh, what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name suddenly. The wasp jelly, the angler, no, not angler, whatever fish thing. That one. It's so bad. I love it though. I have one. I love to see that guy show up, you know. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's a scorpion thing with a tail. Yeah, the tail pretty much, you know. And you can see, you know, the orange legs right there. You get the claws. You know, gets pretty much the same colors you saw in the robot mode. Comes together really well. It's a fairly simple transformation, but still pretty clever in its own right. You know, I do like how they did stuff. It's very reminiscent of the basic, from my memories of the old basic toy anyway. But yeah, it's very reminiscent of that, but you know, some little extra flourishes, and he still works really well. You know, no worry about translucent plastic or anything, because yeah, that's not a thing. Here's this guy. Articulation wise, you know, this is pretty much all the same, so you still all the same ball joints, including, you know, all this, you know, the rotations, and this can still open and close right here. These cannot move, unfortunately, except, well, I guess you can tab them and bring them down, but that just kind of looks weird. I mean, you could do that, but yeah, it just winds up looking weird. So yeah, they're pretty much static. Of course, you got the leg articulation here, so you can go forward and back. You got this this hinge right here. You can rotate right here as well if you want. And these can, you know, hinge like this and up and down. And of course, they can it can open so he can grab you. And of course, there's also so big holes on the bottom because, yeah, grab you. So yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, he's really not that particularly, he's not particularly complicated, which is maybe both good and bad. I don't know. Might be both good and bad. He's not particularly complicated, but yeah. Yeah, so yeah, measurement-wise in this mode, if you have him in more or less the intended length, he's roughly, you know, like this whole thing. He's roughly 7 1/4 inches long, or 18.4 centimeters. Yeah, so yeah, he's still pretty cool. I like him. He might be a little simple, but he's still pretty cool. But yeah, comparison stuff. Again, here's this Silverbolt, you know. Didn't extend those wings all the way. There we go. There's Silverbolt right there. That. And of course, here he is with his boss, Transmill Tube Megatron, who, again, way out of frame. I still love this thing. It's so cool. So there's that. Yeah, I grab. So yeah, Quickstrike. He's fun. He's a fun deluxe. He's got a somewhat simple transformation, but he's still pretty fun. He looks great. I'm not seeing any real issues with him. He generally, you know, everything pretty much works with him pretty well. He just looks good. He's fun. Again, transformation is just a lot of fun too, even though it's simple. He looks, yeah, he looks pretty show accurate. Everything. I just really like him. Sometimes, you know, he sometimes be a bit of a, he can be a bit weird about, you know, staying correctly posed in Beast Mode, I've noticed, but generally looks good and I like him. And yeah, I think he's, again, if you like Beast Wars, he's definitely worth picking up. He's a great one. He's great. He'll scale with the more modern Beast Wars stuff as well, and you know, he'll look good at doing it. And yeah, he's great, and I love him. And you should pick him up if you're at all a fan of Beast Wars. So even with the newer price for deluxes. So that's it with this review. I hope you found it informative, entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out some social media down in the description and in the video. Check out my Coffee, my Patreon, and I shall see you next time with another video review.